all, we're just about to rip into the Oceania Veteran Esports League. Welcome to the very first match. It's an exciting lineup going on today between the Riverina Veteran Family Hub from RSL LifeCare, great region over in the River region there, right next to Kapuka, and obviously VGA. It's going to be an exciting matchup. Next week, we've got some awesome matches coming up also. Check our socials, see what's going on. We're about to rip on into the match anyway. Get ready for all the action. Will be live commentary throughout, cheer on the teams. And we're expecting some great action and amazement here today. So best of luck to both of the teams. Excited. You can hear it in my voice. All right, let's rip straight into the Oceania Veteran Esports League. First of its kind here in Australia for our military veterans and families. Exciting times with esports coming into the greater concept with veterans and, the Invictus Games later on down the track also. Let's get ready for an awesome league. All right, let's rip in. We had a couple of issues this morning in relation to the CDL ranked rule sets not working, unfortunately, on this game. However, we did find some slight workarounds and making sure, obviously, everyone's good to go. Exciting lineup here. You'll be interested to see the different tactics on display, what everyone's utilising. And first match up is Hardpoint on Skyline. Hey Tokolosh, thanks for tuning in. Get ready for an exciting match ahead. So from the Riverina Veteran Family Hub, we have Invader Zim, Violator, OG Gamer, Bosman. Some of these are members of our community also. Starting with the Wellbeing Hub. As we see, VGA tries to get an early point in relation to climbing the pool. Looks like an early little issue there. Try and get a little flank on the side here going. Try and get a couple of kills from the spawns. Massive Violator get ready to trade on top stairs here. Stun there, if it's not enough for Massive, he gets it. Good hold here by Veteran, taking his spray in, walking down those angles through, knowing those spawns where they're coming in. Evan just going, this is my point, get off it, I'm holding it. And there's a nice trade there. Get a few shots on there, just trying to get that kill there, Violet. Oh, that's a difficult try with Massive getting a nice kill there with the pistol. They got to regroup here. Oh, nice work by Ryan Christie jumping in the side there, taking out Bosman Violator. Looks like Massive setting up for that nice early rotation. Setting up right here behind the kitchen.
Your precious armor, gratefully accepted. We will need it.
Got the long spawn here back to point. Let's see if they try and get this ready for the next hard point location. They're going to need to try and flip this, the Riverina team. They don't want to be stuck in that point there, trying to, especially when they're on the high ground here, VGA. Just keeping an eye on that long. Nice kill there on ball stand and traded Chip gets him back. It's vital to get those early rotations here. Spawns make a big difference. Pick up a nice back here so they maintain that spawn. Seven just holding a nice position there at the back, making sure Team VGA maintains that location. Oh, that comes over. Oh, nice kill there. Unfortunately, the nade didn't quite work out. It would have been a good nade otherwise. Massive just hard locked down on point. And you see those rotations on that double left node. Seeing where they spawn and then they come and rotate from. You need to try and make that flip effectively from that next hard point location. And then maintain that spawn, obviously. Well done, Seven. He's utilising that little head glitch there, and he gets a nice kill on Violate there. Makes it extremely difficult when you're holding that little head glitch there. Extremely difficult to attack. As you can see, trying to get the click on his head there on Seven. You can see how difficult it is when he's holding that head glitch on those stairs. Violate comes in behind, yep. He does look up the top there, Seven again, just getting that little edge on that stairs to get enough of an image to take him out. And again, those early rotations are very crucial. Massive getting in that nice early rotation here. That was a good round. Tough round, but amazing round first up. Well done to VGA in that first round. I didn't see how crucial that holding that initial spawn point and getting those rotations early so you can maintain the next spawn point, locking down. See Brian Christie here just getting a nice few extra kills here on the best play. So some high damages there in those stats. Alright, we move on to match 2. Well done in that first round. Give me 1 sec and let me just see what our next lineup is. Alright. So, search and destroy on rewind. It's always a fun match.
Can we rotate Ryan for Sin for this round, please?
Yep, that is allowed.
Yeah. How do I leave?
And it's hard because the rule sets aren't working correctly at the moment, like specific to loadouts and stuff. I'm turning off score streaks at the moment, ensuring that no team accidentally uses, obviously, those score streaks. And also, in the rule settings that we have, the kill cam specifically on for it, other than... Yep, thank you for letting me know on that. I definitely will. Give me 1 minute. Alright, that should be much better. That should be much better. Alright, so second match up will be our Search and Destroy on Rewind. Apologies for the delay in the setup there. Unfortunately, with the CDL rule set's not working exactly like they should. Unfortunately, it caused a few issues, so always makes it fun having to go in there and just manually adjust a few things here. Alright, give me 1 sec. Alright, our team captains, let me know when you're both ready. Massive, Invader, and Violator, let me know when you're good to go. Next map up will be Rewind on Search and Destroy. Massive, confirm you're good?
VGA, good to go.
Yep, Riverina,
good to
you're
go.
good? Yep, sweet as. Alright, best of luck to both teams. Let's rip in. Search and Destroy is always one of their most interesting modes. Always most interesting modes. It's definitely a fine precision mode. You either excel at it or you do really, really terrible at S&D, it seems to be. See if the Riverina here can claw back in the second round to take the S&D match. Now see here, VGA's obviously, they're on the defense side here. Seven's set up and perched himself, trying to get that nice long shot down the middle there. Osman not seeing it. Oh, his teammate gets a nice kill there. Invader on Guy's pump down the side. I don't think he realised that there was two competing there. It's a big trade-off there. There's a big conjunction there. You either need to pace yourself in relation to S&D, and Seven, seeing that firefight going on, just jumps around the corner and says hello. Alright, this time the Riverina team on defense. See, Invader setting up down the side, just trying to get an angle there. He doesn't realise Sin's just lurking in a little store there. Gets a nice kill there. What's the play here, boss? It's a hard play when you're the last man alive and there's a lot of pressure on you. It's a very hard time trying to go, how can I put this hat out the rabbit out of hat here? Okay, Invader just sitting up, just waiting patiently in that room for someone to push through that door. Gorist, he's just on the other side of this door here, Gorist. He doesn't know there's a person behind that truck, and just behind the door he is just lurking. Violet gets a nice kill there on Massive, just peeks that door and gets a kill. He sees him around the side here, Gorist. He goes down. Seven comes around here going, where is he? The bomb's just on Violet, just in the corner.
Don't know if they realise that he's in there. He's just lurking there. He runs at the back, trying to get another position here. What a nade would have given him around that ricochet off that container. That noise of it just gave him away a little bit here. It's always a tough match, the S&D. Always a tough match. Alright, so Team VGA on the attack this time. Let's see where Riverina here sets up. Osman goes straight to the store here. He's checking out that cafe. Trying to see if he can get a nice angle here. Sound cues play a lot of part in this. Massive sneaks around the side. He's going to face a 2-on-1 in a second. He's not going to get that. Seven makes a play for the plant here. We've got 3-on-3. He's just getting that little angle underneath the car here. And you see Sinep gets the and it becomes a 1v2. He doesn't have enough time to get over there. I'm not sure if jumping over that wall was the right play there. I think he needed to turn back around, go through the double doors and, you know, try and come through the middle store effectively there. Yeah, he didn't have too many options there though, I guess. There wasn't much left. See Viola trying to get a nice angle here, just down that line of sight there. Vader Zim is a good spot perched up here. Massive going for the nice little peeksy here, seeing... Don't think he realises the person just there, don't think he realises it. If he runs around, he's going to be in some trouble here, Massive. Don't think he realises. Oh, and then he does realise at the end it's just not enough time. Nice round there. Unfortunately, setting up that little assault pack always makes it hard. Audio cues play a big part. And the audio in this game is quite easy to tell where they're effectively coming from. So, if you're nearby, you got to be careful when setting those up. Alright, Team VGA on the attack. And see here, Bosman just coming around the side here. 7 just hiding there. So Massive goes through the store here, taking a look-see through sight. Just keeping an eye there. They get the plant down here. It's going to be difficult for Riverina to come back here. Seven gets a nice kill here on. But he's just waiting now for Violator just to go. It is very, very difficult when you're the last player left alive. It is very hard. Good win by VGA there on the second match. Well done, Riverina. It is a very, very difficult game mode here on Search and Destroy though. Especially when you're the last one left on your team and you're going, oh, how am I going to pull the rabbit out of the hat here? So you see some pretty decent damage numbers from the Riverina team there. It was just firming up those specific kills. The damage numbers were very comparable. So it's interesting. If you get those shots effectively on the team itself, and you're getting two people shooting at the one person, it's always going to make them go down a lot quicker, obviously. Alright, ripping into the third match of the day. We have control for protocol. Alright. And we do have half of our esports team representative here today in the Call of Duty team.
Ready, no
Massive
change.
and Seven. Fortunately, our other two members were not available at this time. Usually I'm one of them that jumps in the esports leagues also. However, I'm hosting today, and unfortunately one of our members was not able to be here. However, we'll make sure everything's good here. Alright, both team captains all good. This map is control on protocol.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep, sweet. Massive, you're good?
All good.
Yep. Alright, best of luck to both teams. Yeah, so currently VGA is up to 2 matches. They've taken their first 2 matches here. Righto. Difficult matches. Obviously, Skyline first up in Hardpoint, and then Search and Destroy on Rewind. Search and Destroy, it's always one of those unique modes. It's typically something that VGA doesn't usually, I'd say in relation to the previous competitions that they've played in, they typically don't do that well in Search and Destroy mode specifically. However, they do usually excel in relation to Hardpoint specific modes. In relation to control modes like this, yeah, they go decently well. Obviously, new team composition itself too, with only 2 of the team members being, I guess, used to playing with each other in relation to the esports side, and playing as a team. So Bosman here just trying to get a nice angle here. Obviously, control is relating around your lives, so you want to try and punish the team for their lives, and prevent them obviously capturing those points. So, and Vader just getting a nice kill there, just peeking a bit too much here though. Massive gets that nice long straight here. And Snap here just going for a nice flank here, realising that's the spawn of the enemy team here. He doesn't want to progress too far out though, but he is holding that full left edge for A here, so... Ghost trying to get some long distance here on the SMG. I don't know if the Jackal will go out that far, but... Well, he gets a nice grenade there on Bosman though. He does take him out there. Good work to Seven here. And the clock always works against you if you gotta be careful of your lives. And so Bosman just patiently trying to go around the side here, and Snap getting a nice free kill here, and Vader taking out Snap eventually. Jackal is one of my favourite classes here, the Jackal. It's quick ADS speed. it's straight up in your face. Nothing really has an ADS time like it in ranked. They did buff the C9 more recently in the season. However, I don't know. I believe the Jackal outdoes the C9. Alright, so defense this time for Riverina team. With VGA trying to get the A and B point. And Bosman gets a nice kill down that long straight there on Goris, punishing him there. Then going around on the top here, realising the top angles, controls that point for B here, and Vader takes him out. So they're getting an early capture here on A here. Just stuck in the point. Bosman getting a nice clean up there up the top here. OG Gamer trying to get a nice SMG long distance there, but the long distance won't work on this map with an SMG. It just doesn't have the distance you need to get those ARs. So I'm just trying to get a little head glitch, a little peek here, just seeing what's going on as the team's capturing the point. And Snap just cleaning them up, realising they're coming from their spawn here, off to the right side. It becomes very, very hard. Once you know the rotations, especially the team spawn points, and the angles they may be working. Whoa! He should have had him there. He should have had him. May have been a little bit of hit range issues there, I think. Alright, so Team VGA on the attack this time. Goris goes straight for B. Looks like they're going to be making a B push here. So they get that angle. Again, he tries to test out that long angle in relation with an SMG. It's not going to work with the SMG. We go get a little bit there. Sinet goes up here and he gets a kill on Bosman there, which is nice around the edge. Well, just trying to work that nice angle, which that is a power play position here on the actual zip line. Can give you a great opportunity. Communication is key from that point to B there, with a person on the zip line. You get your team hard pushing. Once you've taken a couple off that, you can usually know the rotation from their spawn here. As they set up for the long here, they realise they come from there, and Sinep just doing the old... It is very hard to outgun. It is very hard to outgun the Jackal. And they're just punishing them now on their spawns. Realising that's their spawn. They just smashed them in relation to the spawn area itself. And Bosman going up the right here, he's trying to make a quick play for B here. Realising the clock is ticking down. Not a point, but don't think he realised with 7 just lurking off to the side here. It is a hard point once you're stuck in that spawn area a little bit. Can become very, very hard. And they're just covering all those approaches to that area. It's one down. Well done there by Team VGA. Tough round for a Riverina team there. That control on that zip line is a very strong point. What is that actual that red dot on that scope there. That's a very, very interesting one. Again, some of those numbers are pretty high, but yeah, so a difficult matchup there for Riverina team there. Team VGA taking out the win. First 3 games. A lot of the damage stats were very similar for both teams. It was just those last shots or two, and just communicating that there might be 1 or 2 shots, and getting that right angle at that right time. Well done to both teams. Both played awesome. We move on to next week. It'll be the RSL LifeCare Shoalhaven Veteran Family Hub in match 1 versus Veteran Gaming Australia in that very first match. The winner of that will progress through to the grand final the following weekend. The team that doesn't win from RSL LifeCare Shoalhaven Veteran Family Hub and VGA, the team that doesn't win, they'll go on to verse the Riverina Veteran Family Hub. And from that, the winner from that will also progress through to the grand final the following weekend. That occurs on Saturday week at 3:30 p.m. AST, kicking off. Keep an eye on all our socials and stuff like that, obviously for all the good stuff coming up. Obviously, thank you very much to the Riverina Veteran Family Hub. Amazing effort. Thank you very much, obviously, the VGA team too. You know, it takes a lot to raise your hand and go, let's compete as a team, especially in the esports space. You know, as I said, it's just getting those little angles right here and there, and both teams can work on that. You can see both teams put in a bit of practice there. It's just some of those early rotations on the points, ensuring those lockdowns from those early rotations and stuff like that. So you can keep that long, ensuring obviously they can't run down the long straights and in the middle. So well done to both teams. Thank you obviously to all the viewers for tuning in. This is the first round of Oceania Veteran Esports League. There'll be a couple more matches, obviously 2 matches next week, and then the grand final. And then there'll be another league later in the year, which will most likely be Rocket League at this stage also. Moving on to next year, there'll be some amazing stuff, obviously, in the OVEL space for Call of Duty in itself, with a lot larger league. So more teams, 2 more teams from Victoria that will be jumping on board. I believe a team in ACT will be looking to compete also. As we get ready to set up their hub and stuff like that. And we're trying to get the Oceanic region nations involved also in the league itself. So wherever we can help them to get a team forward, we provide training opportunities, coaching, there's builds, there's a heap of stuff going on in the background. But it's an amazing setup for the Oceania Veteran Esports League. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you had an amazing weekend so far. Thanks for tuning in, obviously. And as we move on to next weekend, keep your calendar free for 3:30 p.m. For the first matchup with RSL LifeCare Veteran, the Shoalhaven Veteran Wellbeing Hub, and obviously VGA in the first matchup. So, all right, enjoy the weekend all. Thank you all for tuning in, and well done to both teams. Keep it real.
I will free myself from all you, yeah.